Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Jai Gaura Hari Bol. जय जय श्री आंतरिक गिरिधारी चैतन्य महाप्रभु की सर्वज्ञनाश लक्ष्मी नरसिंहदेव भगवान की भक्त शिरोमणि भक्त प्रहलाद महाराज की पतित पावन श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome to all the devotees. So once again, I request everyone to turn on the videos, so attentively participate in this session. So without doing this kirtan, without humble prayers, there is no Sadgati, like you cannot have this. Many times what happens, we feel inferiority. We feel this clapping the hands, turning the video on, or hearing to Bhagavad Gita. Somewhere in spirituality, it is very low, we feel, because the world is going in other direction. It is only we become a little peculiar that we are going the other way. So many days what we heard as superstitious or in ignorance, they are doing something like that. So as so many days we felt as that is inferior. And now once we are thinking that that is the highest transcendental thing, it is not so easy to digest it so quickly. It takes time, but without that, no progress. Clear? Yes. So you all know, I think. So with prayers, we'll continue. Only by humble prayers, we'll be able to understand this transcendental knowledge of the fourth chapter. Okay. So along with me, I request everyone to chant these prayers. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Jaya Pataka Swaminiti Namine Nama Acharya Pataya Nitikarpapadaya Gauragatata Madaya Nagaragramitana Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Grimatkrapadamaham Vande Shri Gurum Dinataranam Paramanandam Madhavam Shri Chaitanyam Ishwaram. As usual, we'll show our gratitude and thanks to His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. So in yesterday's chapter, what did we see? In the third chapter, under the acronym, 3. The very first thing is Tyaga, renunciation. In renunciation, what is false renunciation and true renunciation? Renunciation means not giving up the activities, rather giving up the proprietorship, the consciousness of being, I am the proprietor of it. So I am the doer. So in the fifth chapter, you'll understand more better. So because it is Karma Yoga and Krishna consciousness. So in this way, we understood about Tyaga and that story. That one story is sufficient to give us the perfect message. And then regulated activities, how activities should be regulated rather not being sinful, and how to be exemplary. So each and every one is responsible to be exemplary, because it is not only our life which is spoiling. There are many number of people who are seeing us. Even a 10-year-old boy is being watched by his younger brother who is 5, 6 years, isn't it? In that way, some or the other is watching us and they're learning something in their life. If they are spoiling by our activities, not only that I am spoiling, it's a great sin that I'm even spoiling that person. So being an exemplary, and whom I am following as an example, as an example. So seeing the life, and yesterday I showed the example of some Westerners who followed Srila Prabhupada in their life and what happened in their life. And we, whom are we following? So it's a question. Then finally, it is lust only is the enemy. Krishna is very clearly says, till then we have this desires which transforms to lust. That is our enemy. We are not able to progress. We will just bind it in this material world. Clear? Yes. And today it is transcendental knowledge. Eternal knowledge, accurate understanding, reactionless karma, and surrender. Under these topics, we are going to understand what is this transcendental knowledge. As usual, I'll start with a small story. And this transcendental knowledge story already I've said in introduction also about Arjuna, isn't it? So Arjuna, in what position he was, but what did he choose? He was in a need of that Akshohini for his battle. But finally, even after so many, what I can say, which is against to the nature, like, because all it was against to him. And even Krishna finally says, I'm not going to even fight. I'm not going to test the weapons. Then there's no use of a person without using the weapons in the battlefield. But still, Arjuna chose to pick Krishna in his team. This is transcendental knowledge. Transcendental knowledge, the reality of the knowledge to know which is superior, which is lower. Clear? How spirituality is superior to this material. And today is similar to that story. One more story I'll say. It's a very big story, but I'll make it short as much as possible. I hope you all know about Bali Maharaj, Vamanadev, who just enlarged him to this sky and earth in a form, Trivikrama, we say. Isn't it? Yes. So in that past time, you can see small thing where this Bali Maharaj, having this transcendental knowledge, how he reacted to it. So now he was doing yajna, and Vamanadeva has come and he has asked for 3 feet of land. It's a big story. Then Shukracharya stops and many things happens. Finally, okay. Here now, against his spiritual master, against his relatives, against his friends, against everyone, Bali Maharaj accepted that I'm going to give 3 feet of land in charity. So his spiritual master was such a great person, Shukracharya. Once in the battlefield of Devatas, all the asuras were dead. By his Sanjeevani power, with that mantra, he brought this Bali Maharaj also to life, to life. He brought his life back. Such kind of a spiritual master is going against him, because Shukracharya says not to give this 3 feet of land because he is Lord Vishnu. He will take away the whole, all your possessions. Complete world is going to take away by this. But Bali Maharaj thinks, what is the ultimate goal? What is the purpose of our life? To satisfy Lord Vishnu. Then now Lord Vishnu has come standing in front of me and he is just begging with me. How could I say no? So finally, he goes against everyone, even his spiritual master, he offers it. Then Vamanadev increases his body to this earth and to the sky. And in 1 feet, he acquires all the upper planetary system. And in 1 feet, he acquires he covers whole lower part of the universe. There is 14 planetary system. We are in Bhuloka. Beyond it, as it is Bhorloka, Svargaloka. Beyond that, it is Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. And below us, it is Atala, Vitala, Talatala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Patala. Like the 7 planets, upper 7 planets, everything has been completely covered in 2 feet. And now Bali Maharaj is asking, where should I keep my third feet? And now everyone has started insulting him, including his spiritual master, his relatives, his wife, his children. Everyone are chastising him. It's like anything. What kind of fool are you? We all guided you not to give, and you are given, and you are standing in a position where you cannot give the third feet to him now. And there, all the devatas are coming and insulting and chastising Bali Maharaj. And even Garudadev, he is coming and tying him with this Varuna Pasha. He's tying and he's just dragging him as we drag this dogs, In that way, he's dragging because you are the sinner, you are the cheater. You're not able to keep up your word. You're not able to keep up that word that to give the third feet. Just think, when we are in this position, what will be running in our mind? What kind of fool am I? I did not hear to my spiritual master. I gave up everything. Now what is going to happen? Correct? But what is the mood of a devotee? Even such insulting situation also is thinking, how should I please my Lord? How should I please Vamanadev? That is the mood of a devotee. And who gives the intelligence to us? It is Krishna once again. It's in the 15th chapter. Krishna says, Sir, Sarvasya chaham hridi sannivishto matta smritir jnanam apohanam. Intelligence, remembrance, forgetfulness is everything been given by the Lord who is sitting in the heart as Paramatma. So the intelligence to Bali Maharaj also has been given by Krishna. Finally, he says, because that is what is meditating. How should I please my Lord? So he gives the intelligence that you can offer your third feet, your head. Then finally, Bali Maharaj says, yes, my dear Lord, I am the Lord of this all 3 worlds. Now I am there still. So you can keep your third feet on my head. In this way, he just pushes Bali Maharaj to the lower planetary system. This is what we know generally, isn't it? Beyond that, what we don't. Actually, he was sent to Sutala planet. It is millions of times more opulent than heavenly planets. So he was sent there. And here, the Lord offers, see, this is a competition between the Lord and the devotee. Only a devotee can understand, others couldn't understand this. So there's always a competition, who is serving better? Whether the devotee is serving the Lord or the Lord is serving the devotee. See, he gave up everything that is in Navavida Bhakti. They said it is ultimate. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Mandaram, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedanam. Complete surrender of Bali Maharaj. Now, the Supreme Lord is saying that you will be the king of this Sutala planet and I will come and protect you. I will be the gatekeeper of your kingdom. Who? The Supreme Lord, Akhilanda Koti Brahmanda Nayaka, what we say. He will be the gatekeeper of Bali Maharaj in that Sutalagra. And I know you will be, because you're an Asuric family, you all will be with Asuras. Even from inside, there might be some problem. So my own weapon, Sudarshan Chakra, will be with you, always protecting you. 24/7 will be protected. This is the mercy that Krishna gives. Krishna wants to serve his devotees, and devotees wants to serve the Lord. It's very clear. And there's one more pastime also here. When he was the king of this Sutala Giridhara, every day he used to give charity. So one lady comes and stands, and she'll go back. Just at the time of collecting the charity, she'll go back. And Bali Maharaj is seeing this, why this lady is always going back. And she has covered her face, everything. He'll go near her and say, mother, why are always you're going backside? Please ask what you need. So let me know who you are. Then she just shows her face. Who was she? The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Devi. He's just catching her pallu and she's begging with Bali Maharaj, please give back my husband, Lord Narayana, because he is as a gatekeeper to your king. This is what Lord gives the position of See, we always anchor for Lakshmi Devi, isn't it? We pray to her. But even Krishna gives this devotee such a position where even Lakshmi Devi comes and begs with that devotee. Then finally, he'll request the Lord, please show your mercy. Then he'll expand himself. He will go back with Lakshmi Devi also, and one more expansion will be in Sutalagraha, where is protected till today. Till today, in Sutalagraha, it is Bali Maharaj was ruling, and Lord Krishna is protecting him as gatekeeper. Clear? What is this transcendental knowledge? The decision that Bali Maharaj took. Even at that critical situations, everyone are insulting, many things is happening in our life also. There are many challenges that come to us. But what is the decisions that we take? For which we give priority? Do we give for the spiritual life or to the material things? Clear? Yes, now we'll go further. EARS, years. So today's acronym is years, and the topic which we are going to discuss is eternal knowledge, accurate understanding, reaction, karma, and surrender. Eternal knowledge. Eternal knowledge means Shashwata. It's eternal. It will never vanish. This knowledge is eternal to us, life after life. The origin and descent. How this knowledge is going to come? It starts from Krishna and it descends in Guru Shishya Parampara, disciple and spiritual master, disciple, spiritual master, in that way. And given by Lord Krishna, descended from Krishna. Then from Krishna to Vivaswan. Who's that Vivaswan? Sun God. This we discussed in introduction also, isn't it? Yes. And from Sun God to his son Manu. There are 14 Manvantara in one day of Brahma. And this, that which we are now living, is in the seventh Manvantara. Vaivasvata Manu. Clear? And is the son of Sun God Vivaswan. We say Surya Narayana. Yes, his name is Vivaswan. Clear? And then Ikshwaku, his son Ikshwaku. I hope you all know Ikshwaku, who comes in Lord Ramachandra's family. Then down through disciplic succession. This is how the knowledge comes, eternal. Who can acquire? Who can get this knowledge? Can everyone get? No. There should be some qualifications for this. And Krishna says here, that very ancient science of relationship with the Supreme, I am today revealing unto you because, why I am revealing to you? Because you are my devotee as well as my friend. Till then, we are not devotee of the Lord, it will not be revealed to us. That is why from the day one, we are requesting everyone to start chanting. And from yesterday, start offering to the Lord. I hope you all have offered milk and fruit to the Lord. Definitely. If you have done that, there is a transcendental relationship is developing within you and the Lord. Because you have a nature, you have a mood to offer something to the Lord. You have building a relationship with him now. You are becoming his friend, his devotee, so many things. That's what Arjuna is here. Only then you will be able to understand this and can therefore understand this transcendental wisdom. Clear? It's very clear because Arjuna was qualified because being his devotee and a friend. Till then, we don't become his devotee. Definitely, we may not be able to understand this transcendental knowledge. Clear? And many things to say here, but I'm going further because of lack of time. So I thought of saying about sun god and the realizations and many things, and how this family comes and who's Manvantara, 14 Manvantaras, the period of Lord Brahma, one day is 14 Manvantaras. Okay, simple thing in it, small calculations. If you need, you can make a note down also. So there are 4 yugas, you all know that, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. So what is the period of Kali Yuga that we are staying now? It is 4,32,000 years. How much? 4,32,000 years. And Dwapara Yuga is 8,64,000 years. And Treta Yuga is 12,96,000 years. And Satya Yuga is 17,28,000 years. Totally, it is 43,20,000 years of this Chatur Yuga. 4 yugas. That is called as Divya Yuga. Clear? Yes. And 1,000 Divya Yugas make one Kalpa. 1,000? See, this Chatur Yuga is known as Divya Yuga. And 1,000 Divya Yugas are one Kalpa. And one Kalpa is 1 day of Brahma. That's only a day. Night, it's another one Kalpa. And in this day of Brahma, there will be 14 Manus. And now it is the 7th Manu which is going on. Clear? Yes. And this knowledge was said before the creation to Sun God. And Sun God is revealing to his son Manu, and Manu his son Ikshvaku. In this way, in Guru Shishya Parampara, that is disciplic succession, this knowledge comes. And Krishna in the next verse also says, so this evam parampara praptam imam rajeshu sakalini mahata yoga nashta parantapa. Because this knowledge is coming from Guru Shishya, that is disciplic succession, now it has been lost. So once again, I am starting this parampara through you, Arjuna. I am giving this Bhagavad Gita to you now. It's revealed to Arjuna. Clear? Yes. And you can see this is what our parampara is. And our parampara, there are only 4 paramparas. Only 4 authentic paramparas. That is Shri Parampara, Brahma Parampara, Kumara Parampara, and Rudra Parampara. So which is starting from Brahma, one is starting from Lakshmi, one is starting from Lord Shiva, another one is starting from Chatur Kumaras. Clear? Yes. And what about our parampara? Are we in this parampara? Definitely. That is Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Parampara. Coming from Brahma, from Madhva to Madhvacharya, Madhvacharya to Gaudiya. Gaudiya means it is going to the Bangladesh, Bengal. And from there, because it is starting from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Clear? That's why we see many of our prayers, many of our mantras, everything in Bengali. Even Srila Prabhupada was from West Bengal. So it's in Bengal. Clear? Clear? Yes. There are 4 paramparas, and the Acharya of Sri Parampara is Ramanujacharya, and Acharya for Brahma Parampara is Madhvacharya, and Acharya for Rudra Parampara is Sri Vishnu Swami, and for Kumara Parampara it is Nimbarkacharya. Okay, now let us go on further and see this. This is our parampara, where we see it starts from Krishna. And parampara, all the 4 paramparas will start from Krishna. From Krishna to Brahma, Krishna to Lakshmi, Krishna to Kumaras, Krishna to Shiva. In that way, it comes in Guru Sishya Parampara, where Lord Shiva is saying to someone else, and that person says to someone else. In this way, it comes. It is not just somebody saying and listening. No, not like in that way. Hearing from him, practicing in the life, and then saying to another. After I come to that level, reveal to, that is what called as Tadvidi Pranipatena Pariprashnadetevya. Upadekshayate Jnanam. Jnana is Tattvadarshinaha. Was realized, this knowledge. You can see this from Brahma, it is Narada, Narada to Vyasa, Vyasa to Madhvacharya. In this way, Guru Shishya Parampara, it comes. And you can see here, Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaura Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada. And from him, it comes to Abhay Charana Ravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Clear? This is how it's called as the parampara. Only knowledge which comes in parampara is authentic. Which is out of parampara, it is not authentic. That's why Prabhupada says, as it is, tattvataha. It's very simple. Janma karma chame divyam evam ved tattvataha. What is tattvataha? As it is. That is why Prabhupada writes on Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita as it is. And once many devotees were glorifying Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, you are so great. You are given so many scriptures, so many transcendental knowledge you are revealed to us. Prabhupada says, no, nothing I have done. Only one great thing which I have done is I have not interpreted. What has been given by the acharyas, the same thing I am giving it here. So whatever Srila Prabhupada is writing is from the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur and Baladev Vidyabhushan. He is not changing. But you can see other Bhagavad Gitas interpreting, giving their own interpretations based on their material knowledge, insignificant material knowledge. They think, so this is what Sarvadharman Parityajamam Ekam Sharanam Raja. But they say, it is not Krishna to surrender to him. It is something which is within Krishna. There is a light within Krishna. There is soul within Krishna. Something. Rubbish it is. Because Krishna is very clearly saying, surrender unto me. That's it. Very clear it is. Isn't it? Yes. So we have to go through parampara. And what happens when we are going through parampara? Parampara preserves the teachings, purpose and mood are preserved, no personally motivated interpretations, transparent via media, and how it has been coming to us. Learn, follow, and teach principle. Till then, you are not qualified, you cannot teach. Till then, you are not a slave of your spiritual master. Till then, you are not been ordered by your spiritual master. You cannot preach. Clear? So there is nothing kind of cheating here. It can never happen. In parampara system, it will never happen. Other than parampara, anything can happen. And what is this parampara authentic? All this, it's very clear. I'll give you an example to understand. You buy a ticket of a train ticket. It's a small ticket. It comes. You pay something. Some 1,000 rupees from here to some place, Bengal or Delhi, somewhere you think. You take and go. You go into the train, just seeing the ticket, the TT will allow you. Yes, you can have this berth. For example, you have been cheated by a fake website or somewhere. You are getting more better ticket. This was a small ticket, you are going to get a bigger ticket. And that was charged 1,000 rupees and this has been charged 500. It is more cheaper, it is more beautiful. Everything is fine. But the TT will never allow you inside the train. You're not qualified to be in that berth. You cannot go and sit in that seat, isn't it? Because it is not authentic. The same way, spirituality is not that everyone and anyone can say. No. See, only a person who's a doctor, qualified doctor, is capable of treating a person, not that everyone can become a doctor. Till then, you will not get qualified for it. The same way, spiritual also, not that you put a saffron dress and you put some tilak and some kantimala or rudraksha and you say whatever thing you want to say. That is not spirituality. Spiritual knowledge comes from Paranam. Clear? I hope it will be clear. What is this knowledge about and how this becomes knowledge? Make a note what you mean by knowledge. First thing, who am I? Who is the creator, the Supreme Lord? Third, what is the relationship between me and the Supreme Being? Only this is knowledge. Other than this is only science. It is not at all knowledge. So what we are studying today, definitely it's not knowledge. Because we are only going through this material things to understand more and more about this material things, but I'm not understanding about myself. Who am I? I'm a spirit soul. I'm not this material body. What is the use in learning only material things? Yes, it can be some use. We can lead a life of comfort or some better life. But what is happening? Because we are coming away from Lord Krishna by this transcendental knowledge, we are in an illusion, hallucination. We see in illusion, we think that we are leading a life, better life. We are having a happy life. No, we are suffering. We are not able to realize that. In those days, 100 years without disease, they used to live. Today, we are not able to do that. Those days, they were able to carry 100 kilos of a bag. Today, even 25 kilos of rice bag, they are not able to carry. This is truth. We are in a illusion that we are more comfortable, we are in more sophisticated and modernization. Many things we are superior to our ancestors. No way. We are getting degraded day after day, day after day. So, this science only of ignorance, we cannot lead a happy life. And we have become so ignorant that I'm not able to even understand that I'm unhappy. I'm suffering, I'm not able to understand that. Clear? Yes. So about the self, who am I? About the Supreme Lord and his appellants, about our relationship with the Supreme Lord. Now, him and us. That is the Supreme Lord and us. What all we are going to see? His versus Jiva's position. What is the position of Jiva and the Supreme Lord? His activities and result of understanding him and his activities. In this 3-4 verses, we are going to see that. And this chat will help you better to understand. Now you can see the difference between Krishna and the living entities. Krishna is eternal and remembers Achyuta. Why is this point is coming? Because when Krishna reveals that I am saying this to sun god, Arjuna is asking a question. Krishna, how is this possible? Because you are my friend, you are along with me now. And you are saying about creation, where sun god, millions and millions of years back. How could you say this? And how could I believe this? It is not Krishna's, Arjuna is asking for himself. He is asking for us. We are all fools and ignorant people. We are not in a position to accept it. So on behalf of us, he's asking so that it gets convinced to us. And Krishna reveals, Arjuna, it was not only me, even you were there when I was saying this knowledge. But you are a living entity. Because you change the body, you forget. And I don't change my body, so I don't forget. So Lord's body and the soul both are same. But our soul is different, body is different. We have a subtle body and a gross body. At our death, we give up our gross body. At our liberation, we give up our subtle body. We are only the soul. Mama Ivamsha Jiva Loka Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, part and parcel of the Lord. But Lord's Atma and body, both are same. Soul and body is same. Clear? Yes. Now we can see this chart. Eternal and remembers everything. So Achyuta. He is eternal. Even living entity is eternal because he's part and parcel of the Lord. He is also eternal, but forgets past lives. But he forgets what happened in his previous life. Then appear by my own will. Krishna appears by his own will, that is Atma Maya. But the Jivi or the living entity appears by Mahamaya's force based on his karmic reactions. Based on the activities that we are doing, we take our next life. Clear? The third, appear in spiritual body, that is Satchit Ananda, but here he takes a material body which is Asat, Achit, and Nirananda. Clear? Always we are in misery. We are not in happiness. We are not in Ananda. Clear? No different in the body and the self is Advaita. And we, the soul, acquires an external body that is gross and settled and remembers all births because he's not changing the body. We change the body, so we forget what happened in our previous life. Clear? Yes. And we can see reasons of descent. Why Krishna is taking this avatar, why is he coming? When decline in religion, predominant rise in irreligion. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhyuthanam adharmasya tadatmanam sujamiham. Then why? To annihilate the demons, to deliver the devotees, to re-establish principles of religion. Paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya cha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. And Krishna is saying here, to deliver the pious and to annihilate the miscreants, as well as to re-establish the principles of religion, I myself appear millennium after millennium. And in the 9th chapter, it will be very clear also there. So many questions will arise why Krishna is coming here. And Krishna says there, Avajanante Mamuda Manusham Tanumashrita. Fools cannot design me, they cannot understand. If I come in this human form, they think how Supreme Lord can come in the human form. Why not? You can ask a question, why not should the Lord come? He takes all the form. We are very limited. You know Kurma Avatar, Matsya Avatar, Varaha Avatar. In which form is he coming? There are 84 lakh species and Lord incarnates in all the forms. We are limited. We don't know anything. We know only few which Shukadeva Goswami reveals in Srimad Bhagavatam. Only that much we know. Beyond that, we are all ignorant. We don't know anything. Clear? And once, I'll say a small story to understand more better. So once there was Akbar and Birbal. There was a conversation going, and Akbar asked, he just laughs at about the incarnations, all this, and he says to Birbal, "Why come? Your Lord is coming directly here. Don't he have any servants? Why can't he send anyone here? Why he directly comes?" And Birbal never answers immediately. He waits for the situation to answer. So then Birbal says, "Yes, my dear Lord, give me some time, I'll answer you." So after that, after 3 days, something, they had a picnic. They were going outside and they were going on a boat. And which kind of a boat? It was something 2 layers of boat. Down all the soldiers, all the servants were there, and there was a first floor, like where on the top it is only the royal family. That was Akbar, his some ministers, his family members, all were there, and they were going for some outing. And Birbal goes on the top, and Akbar and his son both are playing. His wife, everyone, their whole family. Boy is a small boy. He just takes him, throws him to the river. But he takes him, throws to the river. As soon as this happens, Akbar, he screams and he comes and dives into the river to just pick his son. Meanwhile, what has happened? In the ground that is below the boat, well, there were many soldiers. Seeing this, they dived into the water. They brought back Akbar's son. And he came in empty hand with. Then he came and he was very angry on Birbal. He just took his sword and came with the angry this thing. He said that I'm going to cut throat you because you are going to try to kill my son. And Birbal said, wait, my lord, wait. You are the king. Why did you dive into the river? To protect my son. Did you protect? No, my soldiers are there, my servants are there. They're protected. Even without your order, they protected him. Just standing on the above, in this floor, you just may given an order to them. Oh, my son has been fallen, protect him. Means easily they might have been protected. Then why did you dive? Then he says, fool, fool, what kind of a fool you are? He is my son. So I died. Then Birbal says, his devotees are dear sons of the Supreme Lord. So he himself comes as an avatara here to protect his devotees and to kill the miscreants. Clear? Yes. And many times even acharyas explain, because devotees' happiness or relishment is only Krishna. Machittamat gata prana bodhayantasya parasparam katayantasya mam nityam tushyanticha ramanticha. Their happiness is only in the pastimes of the Lord. Always you can see devotees, they were doing bhajans. Always they will be chanting the holy names of the Lord. They will be hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, reciting Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata. In this way, only in this way their life goes on, because that is the only happiness to them. And Krishna wants to give more happiness to them. So personally he comes and he just creates so many pastimes. You can see Vrindavan, there are hundreds and hundreds of pastimes where Krishna is doing it. Why? He wants to give the happiness to his devotees. Clear? Yes. So Krishna was the supreme personality of Godhead. He descends to the earth. Not for us. Simple thing. You can see Narsimadev. Many will say, Narsimadev, he came to kill Hiranyakashipu. Isn't it? Is it true? No way. No. Why should the Supreme Lord come to kill this small demon, Hiranyakashipu? Do you know what is the power of the Supreme Lord? I'll just say a small example to understand this. You know his weapon. What is his weapon? Sudarshan Chakra. What is the power of Sudarshan Chakra? I'll give a small example also to understand. For example, some in the summer season, at the time of 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock, you can see the sun is so scorching hot, is so bright. At that time, you take small candle and keep it outside. Is that candle giving any light to you? It's of no use, because the sun is so hot and so bright there. The same thing happens when Sudarshan Chakra, he comes out, our sun will be like a candle, small lamp. Just imagine what is the power of Sudarshan Chakra. And then imagine the power of the Supreme Lord, who is holding this Sudarshan Chakra as his weapon. Never the weapon can be superior than the person who is keeping it. Isn't it? Just to kill Hiranyakashipu, there is no need that the Lord should come. He came only to protect his child, that is Prahlad Maharaj. He was 5 years old. He was expecting the Lord will personally come to save me. Just to fulfill his desires, the Lord came. Clear? Yes. Till then, we don't become devotees. We may not be able to understand this also. The faith on the Lord that Prahlad Maharaj had, the whole nature was against him, you know. Hiranyakashipu tried to kill him. He threw it in the fire. The fire was not able to burn him. He threw it from the top of the hill. It did not happen anything, because Lord Vishnu was there to protect below. He was thrown in among the snakes. in a this thing he was thrown. He was thrown in front of an elephant, near the lion, he was thrown in the ocean. Finally, he was given the poison. Kalaputa Visha, Halala Visha. Nothing happened to him because the Lord was protecting him. And finally he came as Lord Nrsimha. So till then we don't become devotees. Krishna will never come to us. Yeah. Yes. And now what is the use of it? Krishna says this. Janma karma chame divyam evam yogeti tatvatha tektva deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So Arjuna, Lord's janma and karma, the activities and birth is divyam, transcendental. A person who is able to understand this, evam yogeti tatvatha, as it is, if he is able to understand, tektva deham punarjanma, he will not have another birth in this material world. Clear? One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take his birth again in this material world, but attains my eternal abode, O Arjuna. Okay? Nothing we are going to lose by learning this Bhagavad Gita. We get liberated. We are going to escape from the cycle of birth and death. Fine. Let us go to the next topic. Accurate understanding. So there are misconceptions that we had. Today it is going to be removed. What is that? All paths lead to the same destination. Is it true? Many intellectual people say that. So-called intellectuals. That whatever you worship, wherever you worship, however you worship, you will reach the goal. Is it not foolishness? For example, I want to go to Delhi. I am staying in Bangalore. Which is the direction should I go? I should go towards the north. If I take the direction of south, east, west, whatever, do you think I'll be able to reach Delhi? No. Then how come in spiritual life, whatever you do, however you do, you will reach the goal? Isn't it? So something fact and the fake has been revealed in this verse, in this chapter. And the caste system, another more important, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, we say it is unrealistic, it is not fair. How can Brahmana can be superior than Shudra? How can this happen? That there's so many things all will be revealed today. You can see here. Yeta mam prapadyanse ma. Yeta mam prapadyanse tam statai bhajamyam. Mama vartamanu vartante manushya partha sarvashaha. Krishna is saying, Ye eta mam prapadyanse tam statai bhajamyam. Whoever, however they surrender unto me, the same way I'm going to reciprocate to them. It's very simple. You go to a shop, a sweet stall, you have 10 rupees, go and give 10 rupees. What that shopkeeper will do? He will give you one sweet, which is costing 10 rupees. You go and give him 100 rupees, what will happen? He will give you 10 sweets. Simple, no? Yes, that is what the Lord is doing. How much you are surrendering unto him, so much he is showing his mercy on us. And now our civilization has become godless civilization. We are all atheists. We don't believe that there is the existence of God. So what is happening? The whole world is suffering like anything. I was saying about the nature also. There's so many kinds of rain, 13 varieties of rain. And the person who just goes and sows the seed, it's enough, sufficient for him. Everything the nature takes care and finally he'll get the fruit. Today, we are struggling like anything for our food because there is no proper rains. And the nature is not according to the seasonal. Why? Because we are not surrendering to the Lord. We are coming away of him and he is also going away. The reciprocation is not there. And from yesterday, we have started to offer some milk and fruit or something. But what happened for so many days? We were eating only the sin. Isn't it? No gratitude. We are, sorry to say this, we are all something like demons. We don't have any gratitude. The Lord has given everything to us without any gratitude. We don't even say thanks. So for example, somebody is coming to a bank and asking for a pen. I'll give the pen. Just for one signature. He signs and finally says, thank you, sir. Just for 1 second, I've given the pen. He says, thank you. The Lord has given everything to us. Each and every breath we are taking, oxygen. Who is giving that? When this corona came, you might have known the value of oxygen. They were not able to breathe. They used to take this artificial oxygen. They used to pay how much? How costly it was. And every day we are breathing. Are we giving anything to the Lord? Do you have any gratitude for it? No, we are not thanking the Lord. Each and every moment we should thank the Lord. He's giving everything to us. Correct? Yes. So how much we surrender to the Lord, that much Lord reveals to us. Clear? And you can see here the devotees and the karmis. Karmis get material desires fulfilled. For example, we are karmis, we go to the Lord and ask for the material things. Yes, we do some karma kandi things, yagna, yaga, that, there's so many things, or materially good things, some pious things. What is the result we are going to get? We might get heavenly planets. We might go there. But after punya, all our punya has been vanished. Once again, we are thrown to this earthly planet. For example, we become a jnani. What happens to a jnani? Jnani enters the Brahma Jyoti. That is the effulgence of the Supreme Lord. It is known as, you heard about Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mityam. What is that Brahman? Brahman is this Brahma Jyoti, where we say Lord as the light. Definitely is a light. But Lord is not having a form. It is partial realization, not full realization. That's what Srimad Bhagavatam says. Vadanti tat tattvedasya jnanamadvayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavan iti shabhyate. The realization of Brahman, the realization of Paramatma, the realization of Bhagavan. I'll say a small example to understand. For example, you're sitting in a room, you're not going outside, and as soon as there is a sunrise, you can see a light coming inside your room. And you say, oh, sun has been arisen. Yes, come. Is it true or false? Right. As soon as seeing the light, he understands that there is sunrise, but it is not complete. When he comes out of the house and sees there is a sun on the sky with a round, something like a disc, then he says, this is sun. Is it right or wrong? Right. Nothing wrong in it. The first person who said is also right. The second is also right. But the reality is a person who is qualified, who is capable of going to the sun planet, and he sees that the light which is coming is from the effulgence of that body of the Surya Narayana, the Vivaswan's body effulgence is the brightness. Sun is not a fiery ball. Foolishly, we think that it is fireball. No. There is a sun god. From his body, there is effulgence. That is this sunlight. Clear? Yes. A person who goes and becomes one with the light, that is the effulgence of Lord Krishna. Once again. Okay. Yes. Can you see this chat? I'm showing the chat. Okay. See, this is our material world. There's a 14 planetary systems and anything that we are here. And you can see this is the material world and this is the spiritual world. And you can see here Brahma Jyoti. This is the effulgence of the body of Lord Krishna. And a person who is having Brahman realization just goes and becomes one in this light as a particle of sun. Sun rays, So one particle. In that way, he goes and merges into the Lord. Clear? That is Jnani. And what about Yogi? Yogi gets mystic powers. You can see this in the 6th chapter, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi, where he achieves all the siddhis, Ashta siddhis. He can walk on the water, he can fly, he can become lighter than the lighter, heavier than the heavier, all the siddhis he'll be getting. But what about the devotee? Devotee lives with the Lord and serves him happily. Actually, Jnani gets Brahman realization. He thinks Lord as light. Many we hear that, no? Advaita philosophy, yes, Lord is light. Anything like that? Yes, nothing wrong in it, but it is not complete. And Yogi, he has Paramatma realization. He is able to see Paramatma within our heart. Everyone hearts, there is Paramatma, But are we able to see? Along with us, there is Paramatma standing. We are not able to see. But Yogi is able to see that. Clear? He is in Paramatma realization. But what about devotee? Devotee will be having the Bhagavan realization, is able to see Lord everywhere. And even in the spiritual world, that is Goloka Vrindavana. You can say in this Goloka, these are the Vaikuntha planets. and this is Goloka Vrindavana. So there is no much time to explain all this. So I'm not able to give much knowledge here. Okay, fine. But devotee is a person who's eternally serving the Lord, and he is the happiest person. Guess out of this which is permanent result. Okay? Yes. Now we'll go to the next topic. Varnashrama Dharma, not caste system. Varnas, Krishna has been created this. Who Krishna has done this? There cannot be anything wrong when Krishna does it, isn't it? Krishna is saying, Chaturvarnya Maya Sushtam Gunakarma Vibhagasha Tasya Kartaram Api Mam Vidya Kartaram Avyayam. A simple question to you. Is doctor's son a born doctor? No way. Then how come a Brahmana's son can be a Brahmana? This comes by quality, not by birth. Brahmana can get a Shudra also can become a Brahmana only by his qualities. So it is said in the scriptures, Janmana jhayata Shudra, Samskarat bhavet dvijaha, Veda patet bhavet vipro, Brahmajanati Brahmana. From birth, everyone are Shudras. We are all Shudras. Very clear? Yes. When we become Dvija, the second birth, Samskarat, when we have Samskara, when samskara has been, that means when we are taken shelter of a spiritual master, he has given a genuine, yes, that is the second birth to us. And what about the next level? Veda Patet, who reads the Vedas, Veda Patet Bhavet Vipro. He becomes a Vipro. Vipro means an intellectual person, a Pandita. And finally, when he realizes Brahma Janati Brahmana, when he realizes I am a spirit soul, I am not this body. Clear? Then he becomes a Brahmana, not just by birth. Clear? Yes. And Shudra also. You can go, if you have a doubt, you can make a note. 18th chapter, 42nd verse of Bhagavad Gita. There, the qualities of Brahmana has been given. You can refer to it. I can just say about the Brahmana's qualities here. It is said, peacefulness, self-control, austerity, purity, tolerance, honesty, knowledge, wisdom, and religiousness. These 9 qualities a person is possessing. These are the natural qualities by which the Brahmana work. This is how it's been a Brahmana. Clear? The same way Kshatriyas will be having his, what I can say, qualities. That is heroism, power, determination, resourcefulness, courage in battle, generosity, and leadership are the natural qualities of work for the Kshatriyas. And for Vaishyas, it is farming, cow protection, and business is for Vaishyas. And Shudra is a person who serves all the above Varnas. And all this Varnas, everything come in the body of the Lord. It's very clearly said the head of the Lord is Brahmana. His arms are Kshatriyas. His stomach is Vaishyas. His legs are Shudras. What is important in your body now? You say Shudras are not required. So can we cut our legs? No way. But without head, you cannot be alive. So Brahmana is important. And protection comes from Kshatriyas. So is compared to the arms of the Lord. Clear? Yes. So never we should have such kind of conflicts within us. Once we have Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we accept everything. We could understand the absolute truth. We are not limited in our knowledge. Clear? Bhagavad Gita gives the complete knowledge to us. Okay, now reactionless about our activities. Karma will go. Kim karma karmeti kavayopyatra mohitaha tatte karma pravikshami yajnatva mokshase shubhat. Even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all misconceptions. What kind of activities that we should do in our life. So Krishna is saying here, even greatest souls also are bewildered by this. But Arjuna, now I'm revealing to you, you better understand. And what is that? In simple way, I'll say this to understand. What is karma? Understand. Karma, any activity that we are doing is karma. Something from here, I'm taking this and keeping it here. This is a karma activity. So there is a result for all our activities, even for every moment. There is result. For example, I took this and kept it here. There is invisible, some living entity, some ant or something. it has been dead by my action. I'll have a result for it. Clear? How it becomes a karma later, but I'll see. Now, karma means anything that the activities we do is karma, and all the results of that karma is also a karma. And finally, when we do according to the scriptures, according to Bhagavad Gita, that is called karma. So, karma is having three kinds of meanings here, three kinds of understandings. Clear? And you can see here pious actions, because we are following the scriptures, performed according to the Vedic injunctions, fetches good karma, that is punya. Pious results we get by this, and enjoy temporarily happiness. Temporary happiness, why? In this material world, when we are doing punya, we might get a next birth of our next birth might be with good rich family, or a beautiful, or good knowledge, something like that. For example, now you're feeding many of the people. You think for your next life, whatever kind of birth you take, but never ever you'll be hungry because you're fed in this life. Even for example, you think you are a beggar. Even if you are a beggar, the right time the meals will come to you. Somebody will come and give you a packet of milk. You take such because you are served in your previous life. The same way, how we are helping the people, how we are engaging in this life, that becomes the result of your next birth. If you're doing punya, you'll get good life. If you do vikarma, what is this vikarma? Impious or sinful acts done against Vedic injunctions, which are sinful reactions, that is suffering. So you're killing in this birth, definitely. Next birth, you will be killed by the same person. Now you're killing so many chickens, goats, sheep. What happens? So many lifetimes, we also should be killed by that animal. This is vikarma. We are killing so many mosquitoes, so many ants. Definitely, even that animal, whichever we are killing, will come and kill us. We are hurting somebody in this lifetime. Next life, when somebody should hurt us, and I also should become in that way. I should suffer the same way that I'm giving sufferings to others now. It is called vikarma, and that we do because of our lack of knowledge. Because we don't have the knowledge of the scriptures, we don't understand it, and we do finally end up by these sinful reactions. And next life will be our horrible and miserable life. Clear? Yes. And what is akarma? Devotional activities. What you are doing to please the Lord, everything becomes akarma. Done to please the Lord, not done for one's own gain. You prepare in house. What for? For offering to the Lord. Why did you buy milk today? To offer to the Lord. Why are buying a fruit? To offer to the Lord. Even sometimes we say, oh, eating non-veg is a sin. Why? What about vegetarian? Even it's a sin. Why? A carrot is not having a life. A plant is not having a life. Isn't it? To eat that, for example, you take some grain which you are going to eat, just sow it in a land. What happens? A sprout, it sprouts and there's a plant out of it. That means there is life within it. But we are eating it. It is also a sin. As we say, non-vegetarian only a sin. No, this is also a sin. So till then you don't offer to the Lord. The result comes to us. But you are buying the fruit, buying the vegetables, buying the grains, everything to offer to the Lord. So there is no result for it because it is for the pleasure of the Lord. The Lord is taking all the karmas. He is liberating from that karmic reactions to us. Clear? Enjoys eternal transcendental happiness. When you engage in the Lord's service, that is called as a karma. So eternally you enjoy this. Clear? Yes. Now let's just go to the next topic, and you can just see this chart: karma, vikarma, and akarma's chart. For whom, attitude, and result. Work done with attachment. Karma means doing with attachment. Vikarma also doing with attachment, and akarma acts done for Krishna. We are doing all the results. We are only getting it. We offered milk and fruit. Krishna is not eating it. He is giving it as his mercy. We eat it, and there is no reactions for it. Clear? Because you're doing that for Krishna. Yes. Then according to Shastras, and this is against the Shastras, and this is no desire for sense gratification. For doing for the Lord, there is no need of scriptures also, just to please the Lord. Only when we want to please ourselves, we need rules and regulations. For pleasing the Lord, we don't need any rules and regulations. We can do anything and everything. just to please the Lord. Don't be foolish that now I can do anything like that. It applies only for the pure devotees. We are not devotees. We don't have a nature to please the Lord. We want always indirectly, we want to please ourselves. That is it. Okay, good reaction. Here, bad reaction. Here, enjoys transcendental happiness. Yeah. Okay, now the final thing is surrender. How can we get all this knowledge, this karmic reactions, that divine thing? So about the what I can say, caste system and so many knowledges, all the transcendental knowledge, all over there told now. How can you get this? By surrendering to a spiritual master. Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena seve upadekshente te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master, inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. This is how the knowledge comes. We cannot read Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, all those things and can understand. No, you're not qualified yet. Even by chanting, even by offering, you cannot understand. Even by you cannot even become a devotee till then you don't surrender to a spiritual master. You have to search for a bona fide spiritual master. Who is a bona fide spiritual master? Who is a slave of his spiritual master. Clear? First thing, the quality of a spiritual master is on the orders of his spiritual master is leading his life. Is completely surrendered to his spiritual master, then he is a qualified guru. If he himself is not surrendering to someone, how can he be qualified guru to us? Clear? So finally, what this knowledge gives us, what happens? Glories of knowledge from guru, when it comes from guru, never fall into illusion. Actually, we are all in illusion, isn't it? Whatever we are doing now, we think it is true. Oh, now I am happy. No, that is not happiness. Even, sorry to say this, hog. You know about pig, what it eats? What it eats? The stool. And it thinks, I'm so happy eating the stool. That is illusion. That is ignorance. We are also eating something like that. And we are feeling happiness. Clear? Days will come to say the truth. I'll say then when it is required. In this way, we are doing some abominable work in our life. We are suffering like anything, but we think we are happy, as the hog thinks that I'm so happy by eating this stool. There are 2, 3 hogs, 2, 3 pigs start quarreling each other to eat that stool. We just cover our nose, we just cover our eyes, and we go aside. To eat that, they are quarreling. We are also doing the same thing by our ignorance, but we are not able to understand it. That is called illusion. Clear? Yes. Crosses the ocean of miseries. So you'll never fall into this illusion when you take this knowledge from a spiritual master, and you are very easily you can escape this ocean that is called as Bhavasagara. This material ocean, you can cross it. There is no end, there is no shore to this ocean, It's only thing the Lord has to come and pick you up. So this is only a way to escape from this material world, from the cycle of birth and death. Clear? Destroys all sinful reactions, whatever we have committed the sins in our previous millions and millions of lifetimes. It just vanishes like anything. When the fire has been burnt, you can see the whole forest gets burnt, turns to ashes. Isn't it? This knowledge is something like a fire. Whatever the sins we have committed, whatever the results we have, it just burns to ashes. Clear? Yes. Who can and cannot achieve? Who can achieve this knowledge? Faithful, dedicated, controls senses. A person who's having faith on Guru, who's having complete faith on the spiritual master. When you don't have somewhat the dedication or something such kind of nature, definitely will go and surrender to a Dhongi Baba, somebody who was a cheater, who was having the form of a guru, having his saffron dress and many things like that. You go and surrender to him. But when from internal of our heart, we want to change, we want to be a pure devotee, you will surrender to a real bona fide guru. And his form or this thing will not match your thoughts. He might be ordinary person, but who surrender to his spiritual master. Clear? Yes. And here, ignorant, faithless, and doubtful of revealed scriptures who don't have faith on Bhagavad Gita or scriptures. You think there are many question arises. Who has written this? How has it been, you can say it authentic? What is the source of it? So many things. What is the source that your son or daughter of your father? Have you seen that he's your father? Only having faith that your mother is saying that he's your father, you believe it. Our life starts from belief. Faith on mother. For example, you don't believe your mother, just how horrible our life is there. Then you keep on searching who's your father in your whole life. Whole world you have to go and search who's your father, who's your father. Because you have faith on your mother, you're so happily living a life with your father, isn't it? Yes, when you don't have faith in Bhagavad Gita, your supreme father, Krishna, will not be revealed to you. That is your suffering. Only a fatherless child can understand the suffering. And we are suffering the same way. Once we get our father back, we'll understand what is bliss, what is happiness. Clear? Yes. So this is what is the transcendental knowledge to you, the fourth chapter. So eternal knowledge, accurate understanding, reactionless, and surrender. So what is tomorrow? Tomorrow another chapter, wonderful chapter. And tomorrow also I'll say a story. So you'll understand how to stay in this world. How to stay in this world. Tomorrow one, wonderful. There are many stories which even I like to say, I love to say that because there's such a clear, crystal clear message it gives to us. Even after reading whole chapter, we may not be able to understand, but that small story reveals such a wonderful message it gives to us. Yeah. So this is Karma Yoga. Tomorrow it is Karma Yoga that is in Krishna consciousness. How can we do activities in Krishna consciousness? And now there's a link, quiz link. I request each and everyone to please participate in it. Okay. Now let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. सुनाम्नामकारि बहुधा निज सर्वशक्तिस्तत्रार्पित नियमित स्मरणेन कालः एतादृशी तव कृपा भगवन् ममापि दुर्दैवमिदृशं यजानुनानुरागः. What is this verse saying? Namnamakari Bahuda. There are many millions of names of the Supreme Lord. Namnamakari Bahuda. Nija Sarva Shaktis. All the power or strength of the Lord is being just kept in this, the holy name. Lord's complete strength is in the holy name of the Lord. You can see in Ramayana also. Just writing the name of the Lord, Sri Ram, all the stones were floating on the water. That's the power of the holy name. There was a fight between Hanuman and Ram. Nothing can stop Lord Ram's arrow, But that also stopped when it went to Hanuman because he was chanting the holy names of Lord Ram. That shows holy name of the Lord is more powerful than the Supreme Lord himself. Clear? Yes, that is what we are getting now through this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But we are so ignorant. We are something like, what I can say, like a monkey, where when you give some pearls to that monkey, what it does, it just bites and it doesn't know the value of it. The same way we are also. So the transcendental names of the Lord has been given and requesting everyone to please chant. But we don't have any taste in it because we don't know the value of it. We neglect, isn't it? Yes. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is so merciful. He is Krishna himself who comes in this Kali Yuga. He is so merciful. He has taken out the rules and regulations of this Mahamantra. Actually, mantra should be chanted by Brahmanas only. Only a qualified person can chant the holy names of the Lord, not everyone. But especially this Mahamantra, all the rules and regulations have been removed out. Tatra arpita niyamita smaranena kala. There is no niyama. There is no rules and regulations for this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And you can chant at any time. Even night, 12 o'clock, you can sit and chant. No requirement of good place also. Wherever you are, you can chant. Clean place, unclean place, anywhere, because the holy name is so pure, transcendental. It transforms everything to be transcendental. Small example I'll give. When there is sun, when he comes out, you can see there is so many dirty things outside, like urine, stool, all thing you pass somewhere outside. When the sun comes, he sterilizes, everything becomes clear. Do you think sun is getting contaminated by this? No way. Ordinary sun doesn't get contaminated. How come the Supreme Lord's holy name gets contaminated? So that is only mercy given to us. You can chant at any time, however, sitting, standing, sleeping. But there is certain things how you can get more benefit just by standing, sitting in a Padmasana or Sukhasana, something you can sit and keep the mala at your near your heart, near your chest, and meditate on the Lord as prayer. It's called as 4 Ps. You have to do in that way, then it becomes perfection. What is it? 4 Ps? Pronunciation. The very thing is pronounced. It should be crystal clear. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It should be crystal clear. Then the pace. It shouldn't be very fast or very slow. It should be an equal thing. So it should take 6 to 7 minutes to chant one round. That is 108 times. And the third is the sitting posture, how you are sitting. As I said, Sukhasana or Padmasana, something. You can sit very stiff, tight, as you can see the yogis, they sit in that way. And final P is prayer, in the mood of prayer, requesting the Lord, not something you're snatching from Him. You cannot do that. By chanting, you cannot just snatch or take anything. No. Even by chanting, you're requesting the Lord. Please show mercy on me. This way you chant, you can see the difference just in days. Just in one day, 2 days, you can be able to see the difference, how the Lord reciprocates to us. Clear? Yes. And this Lakshmi Narasimhadev, please pray to him. Any obstacles, definitely remove it. And this is Radha Krishna, that's Gandharika Giridhari. And our temple is ISKCON HPR layout. Now, if anyone is having any questions, you can raise your hand. Meanwhile, we'll see announcements. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for wonderful explanation that are applicable to day-to-day life. Prabhuji, shall we ask for a nomination for chanting from tomorrow onwards?
Yes, Prabhu, why not? You can ask, Prabhu.
Yeah.
So already they have raised the hand. I think tomorrow you can ask. Tomorrow morning, whoever is available. Please turn on the videos and have mala with you, and please practice for today. Around 6 to 7 minutes or below 8 minutes, you should be able to chant. Then you can chant and you can ask. You can raise your hand in the morning, so there'll be opportunity given to you. You can chant. Okay, it is at sharp 5:45. For that, you please join by 5:30, so that we also will be very clear to see you that your turn, and you'll be settled. Otherwise, coming on that time and settling also will be a problem. You can come by 5:30. Okay? Yes. Hare Krishna.
And Prabhuji, also I think at 5:30, instead of starting Kirtana, shall we play the chanting?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Chanting.
So from tomorrow, I request everyone to join by 5:30. So many days we were playing Prabhupada's Kirtan. But from tomorrow, we'll play Prabhupada's chanting. So in that 15 minutes, you can chant 2 rounds along with Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada is chanting, and we also hearing to him, we also start chanting. So 2 rounds you can chant along with Prabhupada. And from 5:45, you can chant 1 round with a devotee, or you can chant or with some other devotees chanting along with him. So 3 rounds you complete. Then there will be Kirtan, and from 6 o'clock, you'll start with the session. Okay? Yes. So now we'll take the questions, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes.
Ramesh, Prabhu? Can unmute.
Hare Prabhuji, I've got 2 questions.
Yes, Prabhu.
Today. Now, as you have said, we tend to forget everything after our death.
Yes.
That is natural.
Okay.
But there are certain instances wherein people are remembering what they were in previous life, what they did, where they were born.
Yes.
How is that possible? How only for such people? How are they able to remember all those things.
That is the mercy of the Lord. No? That's the mercy of the Lord. Lord gives the mercy to them to remember. There's some purpose behind that. We are unknown of it, but there is a purpose behind it. And you can see in Srimad Bhagavatam also, Jada Bharata. So he was given the remembrance of his previous 2 lives. And you can see, who is that? Gajendra Moksha story. The elephant was given the remembrance of his previous life, who was Indradyumna Maharaj, was meditating on the Lord. So that remembrance he gets at the time of death, that is when the crocodile is catching him, then he starts praying to the Lord to offer the lotus flower, at least lotus flower till the by the end of his life. And Lord himself, he comes and takes him back. So there might be some purpose, Prabhu. We are unknown of it. But it is the mercy of the Lord.
Okay, Prabhuji, my second question is,
Yes, Prabhu.
now you have told that the caste is based only on the profession, not by birth.
Janma karmacha. It is not on janma. It is on guna karma.
Karma, that is means activity.
Yes, activities and guna. Nature.
Guna.
Nature of the person and the activities.
Okay. Now, what I especially find is this caste issue is being raised not in India but in the US frequently and various forums. Now, how are those people? How are they to be made, or how are they? What is to be told to them to understand that caste is not based on birth, but on their guna and their activities, karma. And that is also required. We the thinking changing in we require a change in the thought of this caste system, even in India. What should who can contribute and what should be done for that?
Only the Lord should help them, Prabhu. Simple thing I'll say. You can see our group. Have you joined in Gita Darshan group?
No, I have not.
You join. How many are there? Chandrasekhar Prabhu, how many are there in the group?
I think around 400 plus members, bro.
Yes, 400 plus are in the group. So how many are attending here? Around 70, 80. And how many are turning on their videos? Around 15, 20. Isn't it? And even in turning on their videos, how many are attentively hearing, making notes? Only 1 or 2. You're able to understand? So there is a knowledge, Prabhu. There is no hindrance. It is not stopping anyone. They are becoming ignorant. They are choosing their lifestyle. See, just 50 years back, many 90%, 95, 98% were vegetarians. Now around 90% are non-vegetarians. You are choosing your life. How sinful you want it to be. How degraded I want it to be. You are choosing it. When you're choosing such kind of a lifestyle, obviously there is results of such kind. Where you become so ignorant, we may not be able to realize. There's a fight for white and black, They differentiate because he's a white person, he's a black person, based on the colors. How foolishness is that? So people, when they go away from the Lord, away from the transcendental knowledge, they become fools. They may not be able to understand. Nowadays, I'm seeing so many people, sorry to say that, they don't have any good qualities. There's no punctuality. There is no respect for the elders. Nothing such kind of any smallest of the small good qualities. And so many liars I can find. You can see some people, for example, you wanted to do some plumbing work in your house. You call a plumber, he'll say that, sir, I'll come at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow morning, 8, I'll be there. And you call him at 8 o'clock, he's not there. You call him, he'll say, sir, in a few minutes, I'll be there, sir. I'm already on the way. But he'll be in his house. You call by 9 o'clock, where are you? Sir, I got my vehicle punctured, sir. I'm ready now. I'm going to come now. Another 10 minutes, I'll be there. 10 o'clock, we'll call him once again. Oh, sir, this person is not putting the puncture well. I'm coming. I'll come in another few minutes. Your whole day is spoiled just for that plumber. He comes around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. But from 8 o'clock, he's saying 5 minutes. Smallest of the small quality. Nobody is able to keep up their word. Even we also. So it hurts everyone when we say something directly. So I'm saying to some plumber or some electrician, we are also doing the same thing. We give a word to our son, we give a word to our wife, something like that, but we don't keep up. What is our life problem? In those days, they used to give their life for a word. Just because they are given a word, you know that story of that tiger and cow? What is that name? I forgot that name. The cow gives a word to that tiger, please let me feed my child. I'll go and feed my calf with milk and I'll come back. And even the calf cries, all the associates of the cow crying. Even the master says, no need to go. But that cow says, no, I have given a word to the tiger. I cannot miss my word. It comes and surrenders to that tiger. You can kill me. Now my complete body is your property. You can take it. So where were we and where are we now? Punyakoti. Yeah, story of Punyakoti. Yes. So where are we now? Even animals were keeping up their words. And now, what kind of human beings are we? So this is our life. This is the reality, Prabhu. Okay, forget about them. You cannot save everyone, Prabhu. Let us save ourselves. And seeing you, definitely your family will change. Seeing your family, your neighbors will change. Seeing your neighbors, everyone, the whole city, then the whole town, then state, then country, then the world. Okay, it starts from us. Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Okay, Monica. Monica Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Prabhuji, like for Lord Krishna, there is a story he's stealing butter, so his name became Makhan Chor.
Yes.
And another story is there, with Kamdev, where his name comes Madan Mohan. Like that, for Achyuta word meaning is there the Lord who never forgets. Is there any specific story for that as well?
Achyuta means he never falls down.
But in Prabhupada's book, I have read in Krishna book, he have written the meaning of Achyuta word, the Lord who never forgets.
No, Mataji. Yes, it can be never forgets also, and never he falls down. He never comes down by his position. He is Achyuta. So he's the Supreme Lord, whatever the position he takes. Even if he takes a charioteer position also, he never falls down from his position. Krishna, sorry. For example, I'll give.
I've heard one story like that, that even if you do one small little thing for Bhagwan, he will never forget because he's Achyuta. So that is why I asked, is there any specific story related to this name as well?
There might be many stories, Mataji. You don't think that I'm very much complete. I'm very insignificant. What I know, I say here. That's it. I cannot know everything to tell. Only which I have learned, which I have heard, I have studied. Only that much I can reveal to you. So there might be some stories, but I don't know. So I'm go on the words of Srila Prabhupada and my spiritual master. So what I know from them, only that much I'll be able to say. So Prabhupada in his purport very clearly says, Achyuta means never he falls down from his position. That is Achyuta. He is the Supreme Lord at any kind of position if he takes. So I'll give you an example for this, like Prime Minister. Prime Minister is always a Prime Minister. Once Narendra Modi, he had a Swachh Bharat, something like that. He was taking a bag and he was collecting some papers on the streets and he was doing it, no? He is not a street sweeper. Even if he's doing that, he is Prime Minister. The same way, the Supreme Lord, if when he comes as a thief, as a charioteer, whatever form he takes, whatever the leelas he does, he is the Supreme Lord. Clear? Yes. Hare
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Punya Kashyap. Can turn on your video. Yes.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have one doubt regarding you explained whatever we do, we karma, we are going to face that bad things.
Yes.
I want to ask one question regarding if you kill mosquitoes, also we have to face a bad situation.
Definitely, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, because the mosquitoes are kinds are the living being of tamasa guna. They are harming other people by sucking the blood, and they are living. But to protect ourselves, if we kill, will are we sinful for that act? I want one clarification.
Yes, Prabhu. So are we not sucking the blood?
No, Prabhuji, we are vegetarians. I don't. I think we are not doing.
Okay. Are we not killing anything?
Without with conscious, we are not doing. Without conscious, while walking
No,
by many ants,
mosquito also without conscious. No, 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 no. With conscious, we are killing.
mosquitoes were
Example.
with conscious.
Forget about mosquitoes. Forget about the concept of mosquitoes. We're eating something. We need to eat apple. You
Yes,
eat apple.
Prabhuji.
There is
Yes,
a
Prabhuji.
seed in it. That seed, when you sow, it sprouts. So we are eating it. And so many kinds, even grains, rice. Rice you sow, there is a plant out of it. There's a life, but we are eating it. So
Sir,
that is,
Prabhuji, it is defined in Shastras only. Those plants, those vegetables
yes,
are
yes,
for
yes. That is the
Sattva
rule
Guna.
of that is the rule
They
of
are grown
creation.
for eating only for Sattva Guna people.
Wonderful.
So
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, 1 minute. So it has been Jivasya Jivanam. Very clear.
yes, Prabhuji.
Jivasya Jivanam. That means
Jivanam.
one living entity is depending on other living entity for food.
Prabhuji.
As we are killing plants being vegetarians, and there are non-vegetarians killing animals and doing it. See, it's a smaller sin, that's a bigger sin. Very simple, that's it. Both are sin. The same way, even mosquitoes are sucking our blood, it is for it's living, Prabhu. It is not unwantedly doing. For example, now we can live on vegetarian, but we kill this chickens and some goats, sheep, everything for our sense gratification. But mosquito is so sad, it's not doing that, no. Or it's living just a drop of blood, it sucks. And we are to kill for that. So many unwanted things we do. But a chicken or a goat is not thinking that it has to kill us. No, if it thinks in that way, what would happen? So we are more sinners than the mosquitoes. So, and one more thing also, why mosquitoes are disturbing us? Actually,
Because they were.
mosquitoes and flies, they don't come to the human beings, you know. There's no need to come. But now the world is in such a way that they are dependent on human beings now because we killed all the animals. We are destroying all the forest. There's no animals. Actually, mosquitoes goes on this forestly animals like many wild animals or this, what I can say, the cows, a bull, buffalo, many things. We are killing all the animals and we are only living. So definitely mosquitoes are dependent on us now. Otherwise, it must, even in those days, a house means it will be filled with cows. Cows, buffaloes, horses, dogs, all they used to be. So mosquitoes, there's no need to come inside the house also. It needs one drop of blood per day. So it's happy. It'll never disturb us. But now we are not left with any animals. So what can a mosquito do? Correct, no, Prabhuji?
Prabhuji, correct. But I
But
have
still, I'm not able to accept Prabhuji. That is your answer.
not like that because they are harming the society by spreading malaria, dengue. If we protect ourselves from
Do
those
you think
diseases,
do you think mosquitoes are giving dengue and malaria?
there because of mosquitoes only malaria and dengue are coming.
Yes,
Doctor
that is
says
what I'm
that.
asking. Yes, I don't disagree. It is fine. By mosquitoes, we are getting dengue and chikungunya, all those things. Do you think that mosquitoes are responsible for that?
Even human being because of
Not,
earlier those
not
days.
even, not even. Only human beings are responsible for that. Because
Yes, Prabhuji.
nature is coming to such a state. By that, even mosquitoes, how the mosquitoes are developed? You know that?
Because of that bad environment, they will come.
Actually, you can see it's a seasonal this thing.
Yeah.
In some
Whenever
seasons, there is no mosquitoes. When there's a season, it comes. So it takes birth from certain atmosphere. When that atmosphere is contaminated, by that contaminated atmosphere, many other things starts within the mosquitoes as malaria or chikungunya, dengue, new things. Before there was nothing called like dengue or chikungunya, but now it has been started. So the sole responsible for this is the human beings.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So you do all the mischievous things, all the wrong things. Finally, you blame others. Mosquitoes, we blame that, we blame so many things. Actually, all the see one thing, if human being is not there in this world, there'll be a wonderful world. Prabhuji. Only it is human being who is spoiling everything. And finally, we blame on many things. Hmm? Yes.
And you are correct, Prabhuji. And one thing, in those days they used to they used to have at least two to three cows in a house
Yes.
because of cow dung and their gomutra.
Hmm.
Because of that smell only, no mosquitoes flies were not coming inside
Not only that,
our house.
Prabhuji, not only that. Today's houses, we can see there's so many cockroaches, so many ants, so many things
Yes, Prabhuji.
coming inside the house. Why? In those days, it was not coming because they used to put rangoli, you know.
Yeah.
The rangoli
Yes.
has been put with rice flour. Some flour they take, and with that, they do the rangoli. So it's a food for the ants, the cockroaches. Just they be outside their house, they're happily living there. But nowadays we have become so selfish. We don't want anyone to live other than human beings. Only it's me and mine. So what can they do, Prabhu? They're coming inside the house to eat our food now. So somewhere it is only we are responsible for all this, Prabhu. Only my ignorance and only without being Bhagavad Gita. Without understanding who am I. All this thing is
After Prabhuji, after quoting you, I'm still worried. Even I killed many mosquitoes, so I should chant more Hare Krishna, Hare Rama to get out of
definitely,
that
Prabhu.
sins.
Definitely. See, Prabhu, simple thing I'll say. See, not from scriptures, my understanding I'm giving. So you're killing one mosquito, you'll take one birth to get killed by that mosquitoes. Now you think how many mosquitoes you might have been killed. Make a calculation. You chant one mala, that means one lifetime has been saved. You don't take that life because that mosquito has been liberated by your one round chanting. So how many mosquitoes you have killed? So many rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra you have to chant. Then you can think. Now I'm not saying only for you, Prabhu, here, everyone, including me. So many sins we are doing. So how much should we chant? How much pure devotee should we become to get relieved from all our sinful reactions? So that's what Krishna says. Etamam prapadyansa tam tata vibhajami. He is not coming and protecting us, nothing. He has given a system. You chant, you get liberated by yourself. It's very clear. So how dear, how pure we become in our actions, our thoughts, our this thing, it is based on chanting, purifying our removing the contaminations of the heart. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madamatsarya, everything will be removed. Then we'll become pure. Clear?
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Hare
Ash Kumar Prabhu. How are you, Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, one question. For example, again, in Kurukshetra, Arjuna had killed so many ones. So, Krishna was telling that this is your karma. Being a Kshatriya, you have to fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, being, for example, like killing a mosquito or killing an ant in a house, first I am Grihastha. So, my first karma is to protect my family, and these mosquitoes will be a problem for my family, for my health. So first I need to take care of my family. So it is my karma also to protect my family. So definitely I'll be killing those things. What way of thinking? So is it I know that's also a sin. I have stopped doing all these things, but one doubt is there, Prabhuji.
Definitely, Prabhu. But see, that is what I say, Prabhu. We have come very far now. Very far from the reality. No, we are not in a position, we cannot go any side. Even we want to lead a life of pious life, we are not able to do. Sinless life, we cannot do now. That is our situation now. The atmosphere has become that much. Simple thing, you cannot lead a life without mobile. And that mobile waves are killing so many birds. You can never find a sparrow anywhere in Bangalore. We have killed so many birds and so many things by the waves. And we are helpless now. Even if I say here, but I cannot do myself. Without phone, I cannot live. Without this laptop, without this Zoom connection, where is the class now? So I am so dependent on this and I come so far. No, if I call, I have a Gurukul here, you all come to me, I'll say this Bhagavad Gita, who is going to come here now? So somewhere we are standing in middle of the ocean and now we want to think, oh, you have come to know that, oh, now I come in the middle of the ocean, now I have to escape from this. It's difficult and it takes time, Prabhu. So this is the time where you repent for it. You're not supposed to do the sinful activity, but you're helpless. You're being forced to do that. You repent for it. You cry for that. You're killing a mosquito and you're crying for it. You're killing a cockroach. You're killing an ant and you're crying for it. Krishna sees that. Bhava grahijana. So you are being relieved too by that. So in that way, Krishna unnecessarily, he will never harm anyone. You know, Kurukshetra, you gave an example of Kurukshetra also. Arjuna killed so many living entities, but you know how many living entities was saved? It's a small story where one bird comes to see Krishna, and that was the time of breeding. So, in a tree, one tree in that Kurukshetra, where it has been kept a nest, and it is with small 1, 4, 5 small birds. And before the battle started, it is kept under the tree below. So Krishna orders Arjuna, Arjuna, you just hit your arrow to this bell of the elephant. He just hits the elephant's bell. It cuts, and the elephant's bell, what is there? It goes and falls on the nest, protecting the bird for 18 days. And after that 18 days, Krishna comes, takes out the bell, and releases the bird. He never harms anyone. He wants to protect everyone who have taken his shelter. So even the smallest of the small bird also was protected in the battlefield. But so many demons were killed. So many atheists were killed. But even a small ant also, when it takes the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, it is not killed. When a chariot is going, there might be many ants. It can go on other ants, but not on that ant which is dependent on the Lord. When there was a tsunami, hundreds and thousands were killed. But a person who was within that ocean, he came out at that time and he was saved. Because Krishna doesn't want to kill him. In that way, we don't know how dear are we to Krishna, who's more dear to Krishna, and what is Krishna's vision on us. Based on that, Krishna protects everyone. It depends. Okay. Prabhu, did I answer your question? Oh, are you there? Yes. You're sorry.
Yeah, I was unable to unmute
Yeah,
Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. But yeah, no, because sometimes it is confusing because I know our understanding on this is very, very low because in 2 days we cannot understand entire Gita because sometimes we being human being, we try to understand everything from our perspective, our benefit. You know, even something what we are doing, we try to justify. Okay, Krishna said this, and because of this, I am doing it. So I got the answer, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. So actually, we are the creator of that situation also. But we forget that, and finally we blame Krishna. Krishna because Krishna only we are doing all those things. Something this is our ignorance and our foolishness, that's it. But Krishna, you just depend on Krishna, that's enough. I'm saying to everyone, you just depend, Krishna will protect. Okay. Yes, Satyaprakash Mataji, please turn on your video and unmute. And I did not ask Santosh Prabhu to turn on the video because yesterday he had met with a small accident. So he was not able to host today. And then he's attending the class, and we all can pray to Santosh Prabhu that quickly he gets relief from all this pain or whatever thing like that, and as early as possible he can come and host. Okay, let us chant once Hare Krishna Mahamantra for Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Yes, Satya Prakash Mataji, can you turn on your video, Mataji?
Hare Krishna. I'm Hello, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Yeah, me, Prabhu. I'm outside traveling, Prabhu. I'm not.
Fine, you can ask your question, Mataji.
No, I just wanted to ask, like, as per the law of nature, see, one animal will be the prey for the another. So, is it a sin to? Is it, for example, if a lion kills the deer, so is it a sin that lion
No,
is?
No karmas for animals. If a dog kills a cat kills a rat, if anything kills other than human beings, there is no karma. For animals, no karma, because it's only human birth where you get liberated from here. You are having a opportunity to go above or below. But for animals, it's already been destined. After this birth, this birth. After this birth, this birth. That's it. So there is no karma for animals. Only human beings have karma. Okay.
So it applies on the human beings.
Your network, your signal is not clear, Mataji. We are not able to hear you.
No, Prabhu. I mean, the type of karma only applies for human beings.
Yes, Mataji.
Are you able to hear me, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji. Karma applies only for human beings. And no Bhagavad Gita for animals. It's only for human beings.
Okay, Prabhu. I got it, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. Okay. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, thank you to all the wonderful devotees for giving your precious time and seeing that you get complete life or perfection in your life. Thank you so much. There are only one or few among millions. Krishna says, Manushyanam Sahasreshu Kasyat Etati Siddhe. Among millions, only few come to pick up this knowledge of perfection. So you're all in that. So thank you so much for that. So let us chant once Hare Krishna mantra and wind up for today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, thank you. So you all can say once Hare Krishna and do that.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Jyoti Mata, Hare Krishna, Santosh Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Ramesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Leela Mata,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Kishan Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Prakash Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Vanaja,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Sunil Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna to all. Yes, Chandrasekhar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Kishan Prabhu, Santosh Prabhu, Atul Chand Prabhu, Monika Mataji. Hare Krishna to all. Thank you all for joining the session. Tomorrow we'll start at 5:30. Please join for chanting with Srila Prabhupada. And we'll continue with chapter 5 tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Ending the session.
Yes, Prabhuji.